particularly loving to condemn others to eternal torment just because they have different beliefs.
Nobody's going to hell because they got different beliefs. People go to hell for two reasons. First of all, because they do evil, they destroy others, they destroy themselves, that's sin. And secondly, because they choose to live their life separate from God. And if there is no God, you got nothing to worry about. There's no heaven. There's no hell. We'll all go to the same place, the fertilizer pit, if there is no God. But if there is a God who loves you and who wants you to spend eternity with him in heaven, but there's been a breakdown, you've broken your relationship with him by destroying yourself or destroying others, by walking away from him, then why would you look Christ in the face when he offers to forgive you and give you eternal life and say, no thanks? I don't really need to believe in you. I mean, that's about as naive as looking in the doctor in the face and saying, you say it's malignant cancer, a malignant tumor? Well, that's your belief.
I wouldn't say it's naive to believe in something else in terms of a religion. It would be naive to look a cancer doctor in the face and deny a malignant tumor. That would be naive because there is scientific proof that you have a malignant tumor, and ignoring that doctor would probably cost you your life. I wouldn't say it's naive to throw away the forgiveness of Christ because within a different set of beliefs, that is not the truth. Because within the set of, you're not throwing away the forgiveness of Christ, you're following your own beliefs, which you believe to be true.
Okay, good. So, the reason I've been banging away on this truth issue so strong is because the legitimacy of faith is not determined by its sincerity. It's determined by the legitimacy of the object that your faith is in. Example, I got a ton of faith in thin ice. I don't care how much faith I have. I don't care how sincere my faith is. When I walk out on thin ice, I'm going down. I'm going through. Why? Because the object of my faith, thin ice, is not reliable. If I have a little bit of faith in thick ice, when I walk out on that ice, I don't go through. Why is my faith legitimate? Credible. Because the object of my faith, the thick ice, is reliable, credible. He's a good foundation, but you have to make a decision. Your decision is, no, Christ, you're not. Instead, money, science, a career, myself.
Another religion that my personal views define as thick ice.
Good, which is what?
I don't have one, but I'm saying...
Oh, so we're just talking theoretically.
Yeah, hypothetically, this has all been hypothetical regarding other religions, who their own... It's like if I was Buddhist,
yeah,
Buddhism would be my thick ice. Your beliefs would be thin ice.
Okay, well that's the question, isn't it? That's why you have to use your mind and explore the evidence. Is the evidence that Siddhartha Gautama Buddha was really ultimately reliable? Or is the evidence pointing that Jesus Christ is really ultimately reliable?
I'm not here to argue which religion is true. My original first overarching question was, is it really reflective of a loving God to not forgive just because they believe in a different thick ice? Is that loving? Is that forgiving? Is that merciful?
And I've answered you, that is not the issue. I've told you very, very clearly, the issue is because we've done evil, because we've destroyed, and secondly, because we do not want to live together with God. Those are the only two reasons we go to hell. Not because we get confused, not because we make a mistake. No one's going to hell because of lack of knowledge, because they're not smart. No one's going to hell because
I never said that.
A lack of information. It's simply an issue of, I have done evil, and I've walked away from God. That's why I deserve hell. But Christ comes lovingly, calling me back to himself, back to God. And if I say, no, I'm checking out, then I will suffer the consequences of the wrong that I've done and bear the responsibility of walking away from God by exercising my free will in saying, stay away.
I asked a yes or no question, but it's okay.
And you know by now that I don't give yes or no answers.
That's fair. That's That's okay.
Ma'am, there is no way that you can ask that type of complex question, which I respect highly, and expect a yes or no answer. That's impossible.
That's fair. All right.
I mean, if you want to ask me if I like beans or broccoli, I can tell you in one word which ones I like more, but you can't ask that type of deep question, and I respect you're asking it, and expect a yes or no. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Does anybody else want to talk? I don't want to talk for 35 minutes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for raising those issues.